Now tonight was a good night for the Black Stars. At the end of 90 minutes plus 6 minutes of time added on at the Boston Stadium in the United States of America, second group game for the Black Stars in this 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. Ghana 0, England 0. It wasn't easy for the Black Stars, and of course, you've dominated, you've done well, and you have to talk about the team. Before I even talk about the details of the game, please let me ask this question. I need your answers decently in the comment box. Who was your man of the match? Personally, I've chosen 5 players: Jerome Opoku, Thomas Partey, Gideon Mensah, Benjamin Asare. Just look at those saves at the last minutes of the game. He did extremely well for the Black Stars, and Caleb Frenchy. So among these players, or among your players that you think they'll be winning man of the match, who are you going for? Let me see your honest opinions and answers decently in the comment box. Now let's talk about the game. This is what Carlos Queiroz started with. That was the technical noise of the technical team. So in the post was Benjamin Asare. We had Gideon Mensah as a left back, Marvin Senaya as a right back, Jerome Opoku and Jonas Ajete are the center pair for the Black Stars. Thomas Partey, he was a workaholic defensive midfielder tonight for the Black Stars against the Three Lions. Iñaki Williams as a right winger, Antoine Selom Semenyo as a left winger, Kwesi Sibu and Caleb Frenchy in the midfield, supporting Thomas Partey, Jordan Pierre Ayew, Iñaki Williams, and Antoine Selom Semenyo. And I tell you, Black Stars dominated. They least anticipated this performance from the Black Stars, but if you used to watch Manuel TV Sports, I've spoken extensively about what to expect from the Three Lions of England, and it was of full glare to us what we witnessed. They were in more possession of the game. They had that attacking movement in terms of fast attack, and they were exploiting the Black Stars to dominate against us, but that one didn't work. And let's talk about their lineup against the Black Stars. So in post was Jordan Pickford. You also had Rhys James, Ezri Konsa, Maguire, who started. He did extremely well for the Three Lions of England. Spence, Anderson, Declan Rice, Noni Madueke, Jude Bellingham, Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, the captain of the team. But I tell you, do you know what? They tried. They even hit a pool. But the God of Benjamin Asare was at work. Before the commencement of this World Cup, they were talking about if you are playing for Hartlepool, it doesn't mean you are going to replicate it in the colors of the Black Stars. At this bigger stage, talking of the Mundial, it will be very difficult. 2 matches for Benjamin Asare, 2 clean sheets. What's a goalkeeper? Is it of luck or is it of performance? Of course, we saw his exploits tonight against England. Though he didn't receive most of the balls, but whatever went to him with that composure, with that calmness, with that positioning on the field of play, he did extremely well. Do you know what? He has set another record. The first Ghanaian goalkeeper as a local goalkeeper to start a game for the Black Stars. The last time was to even have a taste for the Black Stars as a local goalkeeper. This time around, he has started it and he has set a record in the colors of the national team. With the possession, of course, they dominated. I've spoken about it. And quickly, let's check out the successes of the game. So let's look it on the screens. Look at it. Ball possession, we played 21%. We don't care. At the end, you've gotten a point. What did they get? They had only 1 point. You also had a point. 1 point has been thrown to FIFA. We are now having 4 points. They are also having 4 points. Now, with the big chances created, they created 2 big chances. We created just a chance. And you know what? Everyone was cheering for that moment when Prince Kwabena Edu had that ball to make it the first goal and the only goal for the Black Stars, but it was blocked by Antoine Selom Semenyo. And if you could look at the demeanor of Semenyo just after blocking that ball, he came at suspense and everything wasn't working for him at that moment. But he tried to recover, and at the end, you've gotten a point. Upo, yenya 1 point. One high, Obo Chelsea, Obo Manchester, Obo Man City, Obo Wanya, Wabo, yenya 1 point. Yadi Fumbo na abenya 1 point. Now, the goalkeeper saves. We saved 3 balls. Benjamin Asare tonight saved 3 balls. These are the things I'm talking about. At times, when you're watching the ball, you have to watch it from the technical point of view, not as you're having a full glare of any other person. Should know that he was one of the best players on the field of play because of his positioning, his organization, and in terms of parrying the balls out for the Black Stars. He did extremely well. Now with corner kicks, they had 9. We had 2. Fouls, we had 14. They had 24. Passes, we had 173. We had only 173 passes. And they had 633 passes. Tackles, 22. That is what we had, meaning we went on them 22 times. They went on us on 14 occasions. Free kicks, we had 14. They had 24. Yellow cards, of course. Declan Rice had 1 for the 3 Lions, and he also had 1 through Iñaki Williams. So this was a brief moment to talk about the game. So the generality and statistics of the game was that they dominated. Of course, we much anticipated it before the game, and we saw that flexibility among the tactics of head coach Thomas Tuchel. Before the game, I spoke about his 4-2-3-1 tactical formation, and he didn't do anything again with that variation. He did minor changes or adjustments within the defense. Of course, this time around, John Stones didn't start. Maguire came in as he started in the second half against Croatia. He continued from that moment and he did his best. Their best player, I will give it to Maguire. And aside that, they also had Nico Williams, who started from the bench, with DJ Spence from Tottenham Hotspur, who also started as a left back. They did well, but with a little chances that you were creating became very dangerous for them. We know that they have that growing reliance on set pieces. So anytime they got that set pieces, I was like, this time, is it going to be an assist for Declan Rice as initially stated, or is it going to be a dangerous ball for the Black Stars? They tried as much as they can. With the last 15 minutes to end the game, they introduced in all their best attackers on the field of play, on the bench and everything in the game. They came in with Rodgers of Aston Villa, Bukayo Saka also came in, Marcus Rashford also came in, Eberechi Eze also came in, Anthony Gordon, Noni Madueke, and other players, even with the inclusion of Harry Kane on the field of play. But unim, and whatever they did on the field of play, it didn't work for the 3 Lions of England. And let me tell you, Thomas Partey tonight was very instrumental on the field of play. Before the game, I stated it on this platform that if you want to see the best of Partey, we should use him as a defensive midfielder against England. That is where he will go in with that charisma, that anger, blocking balls, defending, tackling, sleeping on the floor, and doing everything in favor of the Black Stars. And you know what? These are the brief statistics of Thomas Partey. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, these are the numbers to buttress whatever I'm talking about Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey tonight did extremely well. Just look at his defending. In terms of crosses, he didn't cross any ball tonight. Accurate passes, 23 out of 27. That represented 85% for Thomas Partey. Passes in opposition half, 6 out of 10, 60%. Passes in his own half, 17 out of 17. If you watch the game, you attest to the fact that Partey passes that he gave out throughout his own half, that is the 18 balls of the Black Stars, wasn't at loose for any other player from the English side, and we dominated. These are some of the things you have to talk about. Partey, why are they? Yeah, they were say they are trying, and they say we are going in for the next game against Croatia. We don't care. We've qualified into the next round with 4 points. I've told you that becoming third is even imperative at this moment of the World Cup. So what we needed is at least some 4 points to be, and this 4 points, you've gotten it. As to whether you be third, you be second, or you be first, we don't care. Do you be in England about a bit in a ball with that tactics that we have. Now let's quickly check out the table for the group for me to summarize everything. England is now having 4 points plus 2 goals. Ghana is 4 points plus 1 goal. Panama 0 points minus a goal. Croatia 0 points minus a goal. They will face off to know how the position will be. But even if one is to defeat the other, Ghana is still the second on the log after match day 2 of this World Cup. Because even if Panama is to win against Croatia, they'll be moving to 3 points. If Croatia moves or wins against Panama, they'll move to 3 points, which cements them at the third position. So we don't care. With these points that you've accumulated so far, we are moving to the next stage. Oh, say, blaster, say, forward the bar. Don't forget Kwesisivo, Kari Prenchi, Iñaki Williams, Antoine Selom Semenyo, Prince Kwabena Edu, Abdul Fattah Isaku, who also came in to help in defense for the Black Stars. Marvin Sanaya, he also did well. Who was your man of the match? Decently, let's see it in the comment box. I was being supported supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer, John. Until we meet again on this platform. Now, tonight was a good night. Au revoir.